Have a pleasant day, everyone. Welcome once again to the Jervin Eagle Viewpoints. It is a great pleasure on my part, wherein I can be again a part of your integral, opinionated, and sensible day. This morning, we will start our vlog with our spiritual food found in Psalm 91, which says, God will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you shall find refuge. A pleasant day, viewers. This is your friend and content provider, Prospero Gonzaga Jr., known to my students as Sir Noy. Our issue of focus this very moment is safely masked or unmasked. Are we really 100% protected upon wearing this? Again, our issue of focus for this moment is safely masked or unmasked. Are we really 100% protected upon wearing this? Yes, we will be talking about the face mask that everybody clamor for, desires for, and actually will eventually die to have one. With the turn of the present event, the arrival of the pandemic in our country, one phenomenal unexpected movement happened, and that is the consummation of the purchase of disposable masks in every drugstore and buying outlet nationwide. Why? Because we all wanted to be 100% protected as much as possible. When God created man, man anatomically has no mask, and he breathes air freely from the surroundings, making his body aerated with oxygen, and from then oxygen is being processed to be partitioned to the basic member of the system called cells. Basically, this is the normal human physiology. However, man was attacked with a very rare but potent variety of a coronavirus family, with identification COVID-19 or coronavirus 2019. The normal physiologic reaction is then to get something to help the nose filter entering stimuli so that COVID will not be inhaled to the human system. Well, that is our normal human reaction. Of course, we know that when COVID will be introduced to our human system, it will immediately weaken our system and its focal potency will be on the lungs. So if we are patients without underlying conditions such as hypertension, diabetes, or others, or we do not experience diseases as of the moment, normally we will end up with the diagnosis acute respiratory failure ARF. And the normal contingency is with the mask we minimize this tendency. On the contrary, man was never created in normality to wear a mask, meaning the wearing of the mask is actually an artificial function to the protection of man. That is why wearing a mask will not present a normal situation all the time, and it will eventually result intermittently to hypercapnia, or this is what we call as the carbon dioxide retention in our lungs, which is not very good because our lungs needs oxygen, and maybe DOB or difficulty of breathing. Wearing of the mask in a continuous, slightly sporadic 4 to 8 hours can cause oxygen deprivation to our lungs, meaning our lungs will not have the same introduction of oxygen as to the time that we are not wearing a mask than to a time that we have mask. Then there will be a case called hypoxia. Hypoxia, or the lack of oxygen in the system, is fairly a dangerous respiratory condition also. Usually, this is accompanied by signs of weakness, malaise, and even lethargy. Continuous deprivation of oxygen will result later on from hypoxia to hypoxemia. This time, this is the lack of oxygen in the blood circulation, which may starve the cells and later promote fainting, sleepiness, loss of judgment, irritation, disorientation, and even temporary passing out. This is not a medical emergency, but this can compile into a dangerous and hazardous incidents resulting from respiratory blanks as of the moment. Now, if the question is, masked or unmasked, are we really protected or healthy? The answer is either way, no. Again, the answer is either way, no. Of course, COVID emergency can borrow a little exemption as ethics will support it as the greater good for the wearing of the mask. So if COVID goes in, if we are unmasked, and hypoxemia happens when we have prolonged mask, what is then the conclusive point as of the moment? Well, beloved streamers, the best way for us to face this pandemic is still to stay at home where we do not wear a mask and we breathe air very, very freely without the fear of having that virus with us. This is now the time when the home matters the most. There is no substitute to the safety of not going outside of the house unnecessarily in the battle against the presently vaccineless outbreak. The mask will give you temporary protection, not without a price, which is temporary deprivation also of normal oxygenation in our body. Why? Because in this world, nothing is free. Everything has a price and has an area of responsibility. Don't get me wrong, okay? This representation does not go for a maskless society. That is never my point. What I am trying to say is, let us understand what happens when we have or don't have a mask. From there on, let us create logic to have a situation nearer to the ideal or the optimum one. The fight against this pandemic outbreak cannot be solved with masks alone. That will be validated by the World Health Organization. We need selfless cooperation to the societal leaders who are making plans to lessen the virulence of this disease. One of this is to stay at home when we have no important business around us. Doing your usual work and feeling like you are heroes in a heroic time will only give you more reasons to fear for the infection, when in this time only the first liners are supposed to be on the loose. Will be something if you will not follow this mandate, you will end up unfortunate and illogical. At the end of the day, our human best plus the fervent prayer and connection that we have to the Master Healer, which is only Jesus Christ, will be the only formula that can help us go past this turbulence in our lives. This is Bros Gonzaga Jr., known to my students as Sir Noy. Until the next time that we will tackle in this multifaceted vlog site, Jervin Eagle Viewpoints. Until then, have a great day and have a safe routine, everyone. Keep safe